Real smart, Einstein. Good job. No, I mean really smart, Einstein. Good job. Hello, goblins and goblinettes. Welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind and decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. As always, if you would be so kind as to like this video, share this video, comment on this video, and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate all of those things. And if you would like to reach me for any reason, you can do so through my email, that is destinedgoblin@yahoo.com. I will do my best to respond to each and every one of those emails that you send me, and I will definitely take every suggestion that you make to heart. Okay, today we are at Einstein Bros Bagels. Now, I actually have a couple of things to say before the review gets started, but the reason that I'm at Einstein today is because they have just come out with a new bagel and a new bagel sandwich. The bagel is a bacon cheddar jalapeno bagel. It actually has bacon baked directly into the bagel itself. And the new sandwich has brisket, which has supposedly been smoked for 10 to 12 hours. It has eggs, it has cheddar cheese, it has a chipotle aioli on it, and then of course it is on that new bagel. So that all sounds fantastic. I am not a huge bagel guy. I can kind of take it or leave it as far as bagels go. On the occasion here and there, I kind of like bagels. I actually prefer donuts over bagels. So if I'm looking for a little breakfast treat or something like that, I would tend to maybe gravitate more towards donuts than bagels. But I like bagels. They're fine. Bagel sandwiches, I usually tend to stay away from. And the reason for that is because I find them a little bit too thick, a little bit too chewy, and they're one of those foods that, to me, feels like they kind of tear up your mouth a little bit. And you know what I'm talking about there. Peanut Butter Captain Crunch is a perfect example of that. That's a great cereal. I love that cereal, but it tears up the roof of your mouth. And I feel like bagel sandwiches do that a lot, too. So that tends to be why I stay away from bagel sandwiches. Now, I have had a couple of bagel sandwiches at Einstein's Bagels, and I have loved them every time I've gotten them. So I'm looking forward to this. The thing that I want to say first, before we really get started with this review, is I have to give a seal of approval right here, right off the bat, to Einstein Bros Bagels for their customer service because of what happened. So I got the app, of course, which I've always been saying, always order through the app. I got the app. I got some free rewards for signing up through the app, went to place my order, and then the app stopped working. Could not get the app to work at all. So I wanted to do the curbside check-in. I wanted to pick up at curbside where they just bring your food out to you. I couldn't get that to work at all, so I had to go into the restaurant, told them about the problem with the app, and they were able to give me my points, my rewards for ordering from them just by giving them my phone number. So even though I couldn't use the app, they were still able to give me those rewards with no problem whatsoever. Second thing that happened was the new bagel for this bagel sandwich actually has already sold out. Today is the debut of this sandwich, and it's only 11 o'clock right now, and they've already sold out of that bagel. So what they were able to do, however, now it's a bacon cheddar jalapeno bagel. That is the new bagel with the bacon baked into it. They were able to give me a cheddar jalapeno bagel and put bacon on the sandwich itself. So the flavors should all be there. They immediately corrected the problem. I give them a lot of props for that, and I give them a seal of approval for that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at this monster, and I will say monster, and I am wearing, I don't know if you can really see it there, but I am wearing my Universal Monsters t-shirt here, and I think it's appropriate for this thing. This is a very large bagel sandwich. This is 910 calories, so it is a big part of your calorie count if you're watching your calories. It's $7.49, so it's not a cheap sandwich, but there's obviously some quality here, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Take a look at that bad boy. Look at all those jalapenos that are baked into the top of the bagel there. Again, not exactly the type of bagel that was intended for this. This was supposed to be that bacon cheddar jalapeno bagel, but I think we're close enough on there. It's got 2 eggs. You do have an option to get only 1 egg if you want. I went with the 2. It's got the cheddar cheese on there, and you can see all of that brisket on top of it. I'm just going to take a bite of this because I don't think I can wait much longer. This smells fantastic. Wow. Okay, first bite. There's a lot going on there flavor-wise. When I first bit into that, the first bite I got was all jalapeno. And at first I thought, well, that might be a little bit overwhelming. It is really spicy. If you like spice, this has got some good spice on it. But then as I chewed, I got the bacon flavor, and then I got the brisket. And the brisket is very flavorful. It is very tender. The egg, almost in certain bites, in certain while I was chewing there, in certain moments, it almost felt like the egg got a little lost, and then it got stronger and almost overpowered all the other flavors. So it's a really complex flavor that they have created here. The one thing that I would say so far, and obviously that was just the first bite, but the one thing that I would say so far is that I would have liked a little bit toastier bagel here. The bagel's soft, and I know that's kind of counterintuitive to what I just said. The reason that I usually stay away from bagel sandwiches is because they're a little bit too hard. They kind of tear up the roof of my mouth. This is almost just a little bit too soft, though. Let's get a couple more bites here. Wow, this is good. Okay, so just a couple of thoughts. The chipotle aioli is almost non-existent. Little bit on the dry side. Even the brisket, a little bit on the dry side, but really flavorful. And I feel like the flavor kind of compensates for the little bit of dryness on it. It's very tender. Could be a little bit juicier. It could have a little bit more sauce on it overall. Again, not the type of bagel that it was intended to be, because they did run out of that new bagel, but all of those flavors are there, and I feel like it's a pretty accurate representation of what the sandwich is intended to be. My lips are tingling. If you like spicy, if you love jalapenos, you're going to love this sandwich. I do think this is a really good offering. I do think it's worth $7.49. I will give it the seal of approval. Yes, I do like this from Einstein Bros Bagels. All right, so there we go. Not 100% sure if this is a limited time offering or not. It seems like maybe this might be a permanent offering that they're coming out with. And I don't go to Einstein Bros Bagels very often, but I was kind of checking out their menu and looking at their other offerings there. And they've got some things that seem pretty tasty. I might want to try some other things here. They have a couple of new sweet bagels, too. I may just have to come back and review one of those as well. So I'm going to keep eating this sandwich. This is great. The tingle is really lingering. That spice is fantastic. Again, you like jalapenos, you like spicy, go get one of those bagels. Einstein Bros Bagels. Can't go wrong with this one. Texas Brisket Bagel Sandwich.